Myself Nikhil Galekar. Today's Viva topic is difference between object-oriented programming system and procedure-oriented programming system. First, we want to discuss about object-oriented programming and procedure-oriented programming system. First one is object-oriented programming. The concept the concept of uh, the object-oriented programming can be defined as programming model which is upon based upon the concept of objects. Objects contain data in the form of attributes and codes in the form of method. In object-oriented programming, computer programs are designed to using a concept of object that interact with the real world. Object-oriented programming languages are various, but the most popular ones are the class-based, meaning that objects are instances of classes, which also determines their types. Then second one we are discussing procedure-oriented programming language. The procedure-oriented programming language can be defined as a programming model which is derived from structured programming based upon the concept of calling procedure. The procedure, also known as routine, subroutine, or functions, simply consist of series of computerized steps to be carried out during a program execution. Any given procedure might be called at any point, including any other procedures. Now we are seeing the difference between the object-oriented programming system and procedure-oriented programming system. So we start. In object-oriented programming language, the program is divided into a small parts called object, and in procedure-oriented programming language, the program is divided into small parts called as a function. In object-oriented programming follows a bottom to up approach, and programming procedure-oriented programming follows a top-to-down approach. The object-oriented programming has access specifier like the private, public, or protected, etc. In procedure-oriented programming, there is no access specifier in the procedural programming. The next point in OPP means in object-oriented programming, we can add a new data and functions easily. In procedural oriented programming language, we add a new data and function is not easy. Then we come back to the object-oriented programming. The object-oriented programming provides data hiding, so it is a more secure. But in procedural oriented programming, we add a new data and function, but in a project oriented programming does not have any proper way of hiding data, so it is less secure. The next point is object oriented programming is based on the real words, and procedure oriented programming is based on the unreal world. The next point is in object oriented programming code we have the facility of code reusability present, and in procedural object oriented programming provide the functionality does not provide the functionality for the code reusability. The example for the object oriented programming language is C++, Java, Python, etc. And in procedure oriented programming system, some examples are C, Fortran, and Pascal, etc.